Headed home, 24 hostages released by Hamas. Now plans are in the works right now for more to be freed tomorrow. Plus.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Hank Winchester. Help me, Hank. It's a big debate right now, rent versus buy. Tonight, we are talking with the financial pros to give you the information you need to know.
All right, 2 big football games in 2 days. We are live from Ford Field as the Spartans take on Penn State tonight. Then tomorrow, thousands descend on Ann Arbor for the biggest rivalry game of the year. Brian.
And Karen, not a bad end to the week here with some sunshine and colder temperatures, but hold on to your hats. Our first accumulating snow's on the way, looking ahead into the weekend. I'll break down when the snow moves into your neighborhood and your complete 4-1 forecast coming up first at 4.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
We're learning new information at this hour about the 24 hostages released by Hamas today. Now, according to Qatar's foreign ministry, the group includes 13 Israelis, 10 Thai citizens, and 1 Filipino citizen. Within just the last hour, photos of those returned hostages have been released to the public. The fragile truce will see the staggered release of 50 women and children held in Gaza and 150 imprisoned Palestinian women and children held in Israeli jails. Now, the hostage release comes one day one of the negotiated pauses in the hostilities between Israel and Hamas. And as of right now, the temporary truce between Israel and Hamas, well, it seems to be holding. Today's successful release is a sign of hope for the other hostage families still waiting for their loved ones to come home. Now, the Red Cross convoy carrying the freed hostages entered the Rafah border crossing between Gaza and Egypt. It was about 11 o'clock in the morning our time. Everyone rescued will undergo a full medical evaluation before being reconnected with their loved ones via video links. Then they will be driven to an Air Force base, flown to 5 separate hospitals to be reunited with their families. And as part of the hostage release agreement, a line of trucks carrying humanitarian aid entered Gaza today. But Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says he will press ahead with the war after the 4-day ceasefire expires. President Biden weighed in on the current situation just after 2 o'clock today.
Today's release are the start of a process. We expect more hostages to be released tomorrow, and more the day after, and more the day after that. Over the next few days, we expect that dozens of hostages will be returned to their families. We also remember all those who are still being held and renew our commitment to work for their release as well.
The hostages were held in the besieged Gaza Strip for 48 days amid worsening humanitarian conditions. No word what time tomorrow's releases are scheduled to begin. Closer to home, the Southfield Freeway, it is back open after being closed for hours this afternoon. It was a really bizarre crash. It all started when a black pickup rear-ended a box truck, and that's when the driver of the pickup jumped out and then took off, running across the freeway. Well, the 49-year-old didn't get far because another car hit him. He's at the hospital tonight recovering. Police already ticketed the man for hit and run and driving without a license. We do have an update now on that tragic accident at the Rainbow Bridge at Niagara Falls on Wednesday. Police identify the 2 people who were killed in the crash as 53-year-old Kurt Villani and his 53-year-old wife, Monica Villani. The couple were on their way to a KISS concert when their car went airborne, crashed, and then exploded. The incident is now being investigated as a traffic accident after initially sparking some concerns of terrorist activity. All right, time now to take a look at our first forecast. So many plans, people visiting. We've got sports, we've got shopping. What's up, Brian?
Hey there, Karen, and happy Friday afternoon, everyone. Not a bad day for anything outdoor today, although it is on the cold side of things. We'll keep the dry weather under the forecast through the rest of the evening hours tonight. Tower cam over at Metro Airport. Plenty of sunshine this afternoon, but most everybody low to mid-30s by late this afternoon. 34 right now here in Detroit, 32 over in Ann Arbor, 31 right now in Lapeer, and 34 checking in with us down in Monroe. Compared to where we were this time yesterday, most everybody running at least 10 to 15 degrees colder, and we keep these colder temperatures around as we go through tonight and into the weekend. While we've had plenty of sunshine today, I am looking for clouds to increase as we go through the late night and overnight hours tonight. So if you are heading down to Ford Field for the Penn State versus Michigan State game, 30s to the 20s, and this is before snow arrives on Sunday. I'll break down when the snow moves into your neighborhood and your complete 4-1 forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Brian. Well, there may be a little chill in the air, but things are going to heat up for sure downtown tonight at Ford Field. Hobie's here because Spartan fans are headed downtown Detroit. This is a big game. They're going to take on Penn State. And it really is no secret. It's been a tough season for them.
It has, but this is a chance to really finish off on a high note, taking on yet another top caliber opponent. Well, it's expected to be an offseason of change for Michigan State, but before that gets here, the Spartans trying to finish the year strong with yet another strong opponent tonight. Michigan State, of course, faces Penn State at Ford Field, their 4th game against a ranked opponent this year. The Spartans did get their first road win last weekend in a comeback victory over Indiana, a much-needed win and momentum that they're trying to take into tonight, trying to end the season on a good note.
I'm very excited. I can't wait to, prove a lot of people wrong. Kind of, with all of our players, like we just want to show everybody that we can play. And, no matter what our record is, it does matter, but, we can compete against the best of the best.
Well, kickoff tonight is right here on Local 4 at 7:30, but join us before the game for College Football Saturday, a Friday edition here tonight. We go one-on-one with Spartan players heading into this final game and get insights on the matchup tonight and also, of course, the future of the program. That's coming up right here at 6:30.
It is a big sports weekend.
Oh, it's huge.
You can't forget the annual battle between the Michigan Wolverines, Ohio State Buckeyes. Couldn't get any bigger. Apparently, ice cream is on the line. Get this, Governor Whitmer and Ohio Governor Mike DeWine announced today they'd be continuing the decades-long tradition once more of wagering local treats over the contest between the schools for tomorrow's game. So here's the deal.
Yeah, it's kind of a win-win, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, the winner gets ice cream? Sure. Well, Whitmer placed a gift package of maize and blueberry gelato from Zingerman's on the line, while DeWine agreed to send a peppermint stick, hot cocoa peppermint, and 2 popular ice creams from Ohio if the Wolverines get the W.
Oh, a little news on this, too. Governors are not the only people keeping a close eye on the game tomorrow. MSP and Ohio State Highway Patrol will be looking for and arresting intoxicated drivers. So if you're going to the game, watching from home, do not drink and drive.
But do watch the Weekend Morning Show live from outside the Big House tomorrow from 6 to 9 a.m. Priya, Nick, myself, and Megan Woods will be live from Ann Arbor with everything you need to know about the biggest college game of the year. And Karen, these two teams, they've been on a collision course really since week 1. A lot of people anticipating this type of game, and it's actually happening tomorrow. The winner advancing to the Big Ten championship game and, more importantly, keeping the inside track to the college football playoff.
Lots at stake, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
And it's going to just be a fun morning in
Oh,
general,
yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, join us. How about
All right.
that?
Thanks, Hobie. All right, fewer shoppers lined up outside their favorite stores to snag the biggest Black Friday deals at midnight. But that doesn't mean malls are not still packed today with shoppers trying to find the best deals. Sky 4 took a quick tour above 2 major malls in Metro Detroit. Wow, take a look. As you can see, the parking lots are overflowing with eager holiday shoppers. At Somerset, cars are backed up all the way on Big Beaver, and it is the same scene in Novi at 12 Oaks Mall. A sea of cars and people looking for an open parking spot and the best deals. But if you couldn't make it out to the stores today, don't forget, the deals are just beginning. Tomorrow is Small Business Saturday. And of course, we got Cyber Monday, which comes next. Well, it is a big real estate debate, to rent or to buy. And with mortgage rates going up and some rental prices trending down, consumer investigator Help Me Hank is here to help you consider your options.
Interest rates for some, they're still high. Rental prices, well, they're kind of all over the place. But is now the time for you to think renting over buying? We're talking with the experts today. Take a look. The real estate market, it has been wild. In fact, it is still very much a seller's market right now, as homeowners getting multiple offers on their properties. This as interest rates continue to tick up.
There's not much inventory, so home prices for buying are still high. And with interest rates up now over 8% on a 30-year fixed mortgage, it almost is difficult to buy a house.
Here's Dewey Steffen, CEO of Great Lakes Wealth.
It's kind of a situation where do you want the responsibilities of home ownership with the higher interest rates to get that mortgage versus maybe settling for a rental property that your rent would be down 10%.
In the debate of rent versus buy, it can be very complicated, but the bottom line is for some looking to buy, right now, financially, it can be tough.
Most rental units, don't always have 100% occupancy. And so I think it's really just a matter of people have decided that they want to make sure that their units are fully subscribed or that they're fully occupied. And so they're reducing the prices to make sure that every single unit has a person in it.
And experts say if the long-term goal is in fact to buy, well, then what you need to do right now, start saving. Make sure you have enough money to put down to make sure when you're buying that house that the payment is comfortable for you. I'm Hank Winchester. Help me, Hank. Local 4.